Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the Chinese trio. 3 Chinese tanks that have come back to store, and we're going to look at all 3 of them. So first up is the Type 59. Type 59 is the medium tier 8 tank, which was a tank that once everybody wanted the Type 59 back in the day, but ever since then, I mean, it's kind of been power crept. You used to just have the Type 59, which was a really strong tank back in the day, and then they bring out the Mod 1. So the Type 59 was just, some people preferred the Type 59, but most preferred the Mod 1, and I personally probably prefer the Mod 1 over the Type 59. But it still doesn't take away that the Type 51 is 59. It's still a nice tank. It's just not it's not seen as much as it used to be back in the day, because it's just been sort of power crept, or there's been other decent premium tanks just like the Mod 1. I think you see the Mod 1 much more than you do the Type 59. The Mod 1 comes for sale a lot more than the Type 59 does, but it's still a great tank. It really is still a great tank. We're going to watch Actually Useless on the New Bay map driving this tank, and I like this battle. It was nothing special, and that's what I like about it. It was a kind of slow paced game. It wasn't no rushing. He was taking his time. He wanted to penetrate. I mean, he wasn't just firing there. He's going to wait until the aim time goes down. No one really challenges him. I mean, he does end up on a one shot at the end, but in the meantime, he's just dishing out this damage, and no one's challenging him. He's going to get shot from the right side there. I mean, that is all he's going to get for the moment. I think it was the KV3. I mean, he can just focus 3 or 4 different tanks that are not looking at him, and he's just farming up that damage. So he's on 2.5k damage. Now, the WZ is going to be put down to a one shot, so he's going to clear him for his second kill, and then he is going to go and find the SP1C. As I always say, the SP1C is a bully tank. It's the tank that everyone wants to bully, because it's just so, you know, it's just so fragile, and people just switch to the HE, which we do there, 356, and they always go for the ram. I mean, 216 ram damage. This guy's using the autoloader gun, so we now know he's on a reload. And again, look, we're just going to go for the ram. No one wants to shoot this thing. They want to ram it. And but him ramming it pretty much bring him down to a one shot in the end. If he wouldn't have rammed, it would have taken him another shot to get him gone. So that's his 3 kills. He's got 3 kills with just 2 tanks left alive. Now, the turret on this tank is very good. It's really good. The hull, not so good, which is probably why people prefer the Mod 1, because the hull on the Mod 1 is very strong. But unfortunately, he was trying to hide his hull there to just show his turret, but the KV3 does penetrate, and now he's just going to rush in. I think he was thinking about a ram there, but then he thought otherwise, because at the moment he can take a shot. He is going to get a bounce from the KV3. He's going to get one more shot into him, puts him down to a one shot, and the J Panther can clear him. Not sure what he does here. I thought for a minute he was going to go AFK, because he's just not moving. Either that, or I thought he was going to text, but he didn't do either. He does start moving, and it is 2 against 1. The defender is a one shot. If he's not careful, he could be a one shot, but the defender low rolls, and he can take out the defender. So nice battle there. 4,700 damage. Nice credits. I mean, 150 odd thousand credits earned. So it is a nice little credit earner. But this tank I prefer more than it is a tier 10, the 121B. Now, this was one of my favorite tanks back in the day when this first come. I absolutely love this tank. I still do love the tank, don't get me wrong. By the time this video is released, it would have been buffed as well. The reload, I think it's around 0.3 second reload, so the reload will go to about 6 seconds, around 6 seconds. As I said, by the time this video hits, I'm making this video a couple of weeks in advance, so the update hasn't actually happened yet, but in that update this would have been buffed, and I like the buff. I will like the buff, because it will bring it back on par with the 121. Not as good as the 121, but on par with the 121 with the DPM wise. But I do like how they've done it. I mean, they haven't buffed it too much, so the 121 is not worth grinding the 121, which is a tech tree. I do prefer and I do like it when the tech tree versions of tanks are better than the premium, which is how it should be, because it's otherwise people were just going to cry about pay to win. And so I do like the fact that the 121 is now much better than the 121B, but that doesn't take away the fact that this is still a nice tank. It's still a good tank, and I still enjoy this tank. And don't forget about this sexy camo, the invincible camo, which just makes the tank look like a proper gold noob if you own this tank. So this game, I mean, we find it quite hard to ace. I didn't think it would be too difficult to ace the tank. This is me driving, and we're going to mess up here. I mean, I should have just rushed this Leo, right? He was a one shot, but instead of going around the building, I decided to take a shot on the pattern, and now all of a sudden I have two tanks, and I'm just missing every shot against this Leopard PTA, and again I missed there. He gets me. I now need to be careful, but I do have the VK for cover, and he does ram the Leopard, and now we can come back out. Now I've seen that the T57 is shooting and he backs up, so I'm guessing he's now on a long reload. We do manage to take out the pattern, and now we're going to head towards the T57. I can take a shot from him. So if he has reloaded, and I think he has reloaded, but he's shooting my man there, so I'm not going to push forward just yet. I'm going to sit around the corner. I definitely know that's two shots, and he kills him for the third shot. So now I know I have this guy with DPM-wise. I've got good DPM, over 3,000 DPM, and he's on a big, long reload, so I can take him out no problem whatsoever. However, I don't want to poke out in front of this Jagdtiger, one of the best DPM tanks in the game, and I do get a bounce. Now, this tank has got a good turret. It has got a good turret. It's nice and round. It's very hard to penetrate, so try and go hold down as best as you can. Now he does shoot me there, but I do think I have him on the reload now, so I am going to poke forward, use the heat to guarantee the pen, and we do take him out for our third kill. So 5,000 damage there. Although it's a tier 10, it's not a collectible, it's a rich tank. It still makes some nice credits. We did have to shoot some Pramo there, but we still end up on 80,000 credits. So the 121B coming along with the Type 59, and the last tank that is coming is this tank right here. It is the Type 62 Dragon, and we're going to watch Human Cookie. Now, I chose this battle because he plays it absolutely fantastic, and he plays it to perfection, and how I love to play this tank. I love to play this tank by just keep moving. Do not stop running around the map, using your speed, using that rate of fire that you've got, and just do not stopping. And what's more fun than that is playing this in a platoon with a Dracula. Now, playing a Type 62 and a Dracula in a platoon is just completely OP. It really is. Two fast tanks, one tank with great DPM, one tank with just the speed, and when a Type 62 Dragon and a Dracula rush you, you just do not have a clue what to do. Now, he is going to start the rushing any moment now with this Type 58. He does get shot, but when you rush together, it's not going to take too long, and he gets lucky with putting him on fire, and he's going to now come back for the E3, who he also is going to put on fire, but his platoon mate just steals the kill right at the last second, bringing it down to now a 7 versus 5. With 1 kill for him and 1 kill for his platoon mate. So now he's going to head towards the town, because that is pretty much where all the remaining tanks are. And he's going to wait to see, because he is going to get spotted, so he's going to wait to see if any tank's there. But the VK2801 is running around. There is a tank spotted on cap, and we know that there is a Tiger P around just around this area as well. So he's going to come around to see if he can spot any more tanks, and he is going to get some shots in on the IS, who is in the spawn in the cap area. So he gets one shot there. There's the Tiger P, so that stops him poking out anymore, but he is able to still see the IS. And as soon as he clears this IS, this is when the full not YOLO mode, but he turns up the volume. He turns up the volume, and this is where him and his platoon mate are going to rush together, and they are not going to stop. And I absolutely love gameplay like this. I really do love gameplay like this. He's a drive-by there on the AT-15, and this is where he's just going to flank around. He sees his platoon mate is there, so he's not going to run away. They are going to work together, and they are just going to just look at this. They're not stopping. They're not aiming at anyone in particular. They're just shooting what they can whilst they are on the move. One shot there. Obviously, playing like this, you are going to sometimes hit each other, or you are going to smash into some rocks or some walls. But look, they are just not looking at stopping at all. Even to circle this guy, they are just running around. He's going to clear the AT-15 as he is a one shot, and it now just leaves this Tiger P around this area. And again, just like I said earlier, Tiger P or not Tiger P, if you've got a Dracula and a Type 62 rushing you, you are dead. You're pretty much dead, and you might as well give up. So 3 kills for him, 2 kills for his platoon mate, and it just leaves this AMX M4 and a VK2801. So he's going to ignore the AMX for now. He is a heavy tank, and he's going to head towards the full hit point VK. So he's going to run around the corner, and even that was a nice track shot there. Even with the VK on full hit points and him only on 435 hit points, he doesn't care. He's not stopping, and he is just rushing as quick as he can, and his platoon mate is going to come around. He gets a nice bounce there. The armor on this thing is literally useless. Anyone can HE you, so he does get lucky in bouncing a shot there, but now he can just get behind, and he's going to clear this guy. So I would definitely recommend, I've said in so many videos that the Type 62 Dragon is a tank that must be owned. It must be owned. If you can afford it and you haven't got it, get the tank, because it really is amazing. Even when you are bottom tier, you can really hold your own against tier 8 because of the heat pen is just so goddamn good. The speed is so goddamn good. The DPM is so goddamn good. Everything about the tank is so goddamn good, and I would definitely recommend this tank. So that's it, guys, the Chinese trio. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Meadsyre69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.